Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be talking about the 10 biggest changes with the Money Fronts DLC in Grand Theft Auto Online. This is the third time I'm recording the voiceover for this video because the first time the recording stopped and wouldn't save, and then the second time my microphone decided it didn't want to record properly, so hopefully this one actually turns out really well. There's quite a few new things that were added into the game and changed with this update, and I'm pretty excited about it. If you guys could drop a like on this video, that would really help me out, only if you enjoy, of course, or if you like the video. Consider subscribing to my channel as well if you guys are new. Let's go ahead and get started with number 10. Starting us off at number 10, we have 3 new businesses in the game, namely the car wash, the smoke on the water dispensary, and Higgins heli tours. Now these were added into the game and I think everybody probably knows about that. It is kind of the main part of the DLC, so I wanted to just get this right out of the way. Owning the car wash will increase the value of your counterfeit Cash Factory's product by 35%. Smoke on the Water will increase the value of the Weed Farm's product by 35%, and Higgins Heli Tours will increase the value of your air freight cargo by 10%. So these are all really good to own. Now if you own all 3 of these and you own all of the other businesses in the game, you'll make about $26,500 every 48 minutes of in-game time, as long as the heat level on the businesses is below 100%. Now it can be lowered by completing legitimate work for the businesses, which doesn't pay very well, but it will keep the money flowing. However, each time money is deposited into the safe passively, the heat level will increase by 10%, so you do need to stay on top of it. There's also some pretty lucrative ways to earn with the new businesses by being able to do the money laundering missions, and those will pay about $70,000 right now. However, it is on double money, so they'll normally only pay about $35,000, but still it's not too bad for how much effort you have to put in. And overall, I'd say the 35% bonuses on the Cash Factory and the Weed Farm definitely make these businesses worth owning for sure, and the additional 10% on air freight cargo is also really nice. Next up at number 9, we have a new job that's available for any player to do in the form of Quickie Farm jobs. The Quickie Pharmaceutical jobs are launched from near the Rockford Hills Los Santos Customs, and they operate pretty similarly to taxi work. They'll get you to do a total of 6 drop-offs to deposit medical supplies at clinics and medical places around the San Andreas area, and they give you a time limit to hit each one. And when you complete one, the time limit will increase a little bit, so you have a little bit more time to get to the next one. In order to do this, you'll be given the brand new Ubermacht Sentinel GTS with a special Quickie Farm livery, and completing one of these jobs will unlock the trade price for the Ubermacht Sentinel GTS, which can save you about $600,000. For completing the job, you'll get around $32,000 if you manage to get all the drops in time and with the supplies intact. This is a pretty good way for lower level players to make some quick money, but for higher level people, it probably won't be worth doing more than once after you get the trade price for the Sentinel GTS, but I still think it is a pretty cool addition to the game. At number 8, Rockstar have extended the Global Signal Jammer. They've taken the Global Signal Jammer from being a few seconds to a whopping 60 seconds, a full minute, which will allow for much easier sale missions in public lobbies, which can in turn make it easier to get the high demand bonus, and therefore make a lot more money, up to 50% more money. Now this is a pretty subtle change, and I don't really think many people are talking about this too much, but I think that once people really catch on to this, I think there's going to be a massive increase in public lobby sales as a result of this. And hopefully we'll also see an increase in sale mission success in public lobbies. If you consider the Global Signal Jammer with the 60-second timer, in addition to Ghost Org and Off the Radar, you can now be removed from the radar for up to 5 minutes if you use all those tricks. So that's going to be enough time to get a lot of the nightclub sales done, as well as some bunker sales, and get a good start on some of the MC sales, provided that you have a few friends to help you out. Overall, I think this is a really good change, one of the better changes they made for sure. I'm a big fan of it. Next up at number 7, on PC, we got some graphical upgrades. Rockstar have given PC players the ability to change their settings for secondary ray tracing and allow for changing settings regarding global illumination, which affects lighting a lot. They have also upgraded the reflection quality, and they've also made it changeable so you can have it on normal, high, ultra, whatever you want to do. And they have also made some general improvements to stability on the enhanced edition of GTA 5, whether that's on PC, Xbox Series, or PlayStation 5. overall, this is a really good change, and it's a good thing that they did it. It's very nice. And number 6, we got more vehicles returned to the websites and more vehicles with lock-on jammers added. ROCKSTAR have added 26 vehicles back to the websites as regularly purchasable vehicles with this update, which is absolutely awesome to see. They're clearly making an effort to return some of our beloved vehicles to us, which is very nice. ROCKSTAR have also made the missile lock-on jammers available for 50 additional vehicles, including the 26 that were added back to the websites, but also for an additional 24 vehicles that have been available in the game for some time now as well. So that's pretty cool. If you want to know which vehicles have the missile lock-on jammers, as well as which ones were added back into the game onto the websites, I do have a video and I will link it in the description of this one, so you guys can quickly go and check that out. It's a 3-minute video, it's super quick. And number 5, we have a change to the RC Bandito and the remote control tank. The request timer on these two vehicles has been increased to a 5-minute interval, meaning that in PvP especially, players can't get the RC tank or RC Bandito nearly as often, which will result in a much less cheesy experience in PvP in GTA Online. If you've ever tried to fight somebody using particularly the RC tank, you know just how infuriating it can be to see them repeatedly just disappear from the radar, and when you destroy the tank, they almost instantaneously get it back. This will now combat that, which I personally think is a really, really good change. I'm excited to see this for sure. So very good, big ups to ROCKSTAR for doing this. I think it's a very good idea. Number 4, ROCKSTAR have fixed some broken vehicles. They've finally taken the time to fix some customization errors on previously released cars. For example, the Canis Terminus rear windows that previously got removed whenever you changed the roof option in Los Angeles Customs have allegedly been fixed, which is really good to hear. I'm very, very glad about that. The Enos Paragon S's primary and secondary mirror options actually work correctly now, meaning that the secondary mirrors are actually the secondary color, not the primary color still. They've also fixed the carbon hood on that car as well, because apparently there was some sort of a texture issue there. They've fixed another issue with the Vapid Firebolt ASP, HSW, not being able to be used in the HSW time trial. Additionally, they've also fixed an issue with the Titan 250D's autopilot, staying engaged even when the engines were destroyed on it. They've made additional minor fixes to the F-160 Raju, the Terabyte, the Avenger, and some more vehicles as well. Number 3, ROCKSTAR have implemented some gameplay fixes. There's about 1 million things that they did in this update that patched out certain issues that have plagued the game for months, and in some cases even years. Some highlights of this include players being able to have 2 service vehicles out at once. For example, they could have out an MOC, and then they could drive the Terabyte out of the garment factory, and they'd have 2 massive vehicles. I think people were probably blocking the streets with those vehicles and just causing commotion, which obviously could be quite annoying. Several glitches and issues regarding the FIB files and the garment factory were also resolved and fixed and patched out with this update, as well as some issues with customizing cars at the LS car meet when other players attempted to get in your vehicle or vice versa, as well as other issues when it comes to customizing cars in the car meet. There were also several issues with the Diamond Casino that have been fixed, like one of them being that you would get stuck whenever you would lose a round of blackjack or roulette in the casino. That was occasionally an error that people were experiencing, and they have fixed that. And those are just a few of the issues that have been solved with this most recent update, so good on ROCKSTAR for fixing their problems. And number 2, arguably the best thing they've done, it's pretty high contention for it in number 1, but we've had the ability to skip cutscenes on mission repeats added to the game. This is a massive change, and it will make a lot of missions and heists much faster and way less tedious to complete. The biggest change that comes to mind is on the contract heist. This will make it significantly faster to complete due to not having to watch the long drawn out, previously unskippable Dr. Dre cutscenes anymore. And this will also be applicable with the OG heists, the Doomsday heists, the Auto Shop heists, and many, many others. This is a fantastic change, but it is so long overdue. I wish that ROCKSTAR did this ages ago, but at least they've done it now, so hopefully we can complete some missions a little bit quicker without having to see the cutscenes that we've seen a million times over again. For an honorable mention, I just want to talk about this, but I think everybody probably knows, but a total of 12 new vehicles have been added into the game with this DLC. 6 released for everybody on day 1, 2 more released with GTA Plus as well. But the rest of us will get those other vehicles that released with GTA Plus, along with 4 other vehicles for a total of 6 new vehicles for non-GTA Plus members next Thursday. On day 1, we got the HSW capable Karen Woodlander, and on Thursday, we're going to get the Declassy Tampa GT, which is also HSW upgradable. These are pictures of all of the new vehicles that have been added or will be added into the game. We got the Sentinel GTS, we got the new Dubachi, we have the Karen Everon RS, the Tampa GT, we have a new wide-body Cheetah Classic, we have the Hardy here, we have a new Stockade as well, we have a new variant of the Declassy Walton L35, oddly enough, kind of interesting. We have the new police bike, of course, the Karen Woodlander, and I do believe that's it. Now, as an additional honorable mention, at Higgins Heli Tours, they've added a spawn point for personal helicopters or Pegasus helicopters, which I think is a really cool idea. It's kind of similar to what they did at the Mackenzie Airfield hangar, and I think that's a great addition to the game, so I'm very happy to see that they've carried that down to the helipad in Los Santos as well. At number 1 though, the biggest change, and by far the best change I would say, or at least arguably the best change, is the fact that delivery vans have been removed as an MC business sale vehicle. This change, coupled with the increased product value from the new businesses, has made the MC businesses so significantly better that I think there's going to be a pretty massive shift in people actually running their MC businesses. A lot of people for a long time have given up completely on running the MCs based on the fact that they get raided all the time and the sale missions are awful and you don't make that much money and all that sort of stuff. But luckily, with the increased price of counterfeit cash and weed and the lack of the delivery vans as a sale vehicle now, I think that this is actually going to be a huge return for the MC businesses. I think you're going to start seeing people do them a lot more in public sessions and everything like that, which is awesome. The MC businesses have deserved some love for a long time in GTA Online, and I'm happy to see that they are finally getting them. Anyway guys, there you have it. Those are the 10 biggest changes that Rockstar made to GTA Online with the Money Fronts DLC. Let me know what you think of these changes in the comment section down below. Are there any that I missed? What do you want to see changed in the next update? And are you looking forward to the new cars next week? Let me know in the comments. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video, dislike if you didn't, of course, and consider subscribing to my channel if you guys are new. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Peace.